Hello, Leo. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot. Hope you're doing well. Let's take a look now at your tarot card for the week of November 30th, 2025. I've set the intention of this reading to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. So if you have Leo in any of those placements, there's a little message in this reading for you today. Also, keep in mind that this is a collective general reading. It is not individualized nor personalized to you. Messages may come through today that do not fully resonate. And if that happens, don't get upset. Just means that one message is meant for someone else watching. So take what fits, how it fits, leave what doesn't. Also keep in mind, I'm a Gemini. My ruling planet is Mercury. I'm still affected by Mercury retrograde. So if I stumble or fumble my way through the reading, please forgive me ahead of time. I do apologize. And also keep in mind, this is not what you don't see coming for the week ahead, okay? Tarot card of the week reading is typically a question, something source wants us to go within, think about, contemplate, so we can move forward in our lives, so we don't get too stuck or too stagnant in situations, environments, even connections or patterns that no longer serve our highest good. So tapping into the Leo collective now for Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What is the tarot card of the week here for Leo? One more shuffle. Thank you. Your tarot card of the week, the Three of Swords. What painful aspect of your life do you need to confront? Bottom of the deck, King of Wands. What ideas are you ready to implement? Why is the Three of Swords the tarot card of the week? What painful aspect of your life do you need to confront? For Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus. Why is this their tarot card of the week? This is going to be a very specific message. So remember to check out your other placements if it does not resonate, okay? One more shuffle here. Thank you. First card out, Knight of Wands, Hangman, seeing it from a different perspective, Seven of Wands, and the Six of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Four of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Justice. I knew this was going to be a specific message, and I don't want you to be offended at all. There's something here that recently you've been taking inspired action towards. And in that energy of the Knight of Wands, taking the inspired action towards this wish, this goal, this dream, you haven't really been seeing the results that you've been wanting to see. I think there's something here about taking a pause and reflecting, what have I been doing? How have I been doing it? And not necessarily looking at what have I been doing wrong, but rather, what can I do differently? Because I feel like whatever this is, you have a lot of passion and drive for it. You want it. You're just not seeing it materialize. And I think the way you're going about doing something is actually a block to get you to where you want to be. So let's give you a really basic example. I'll speak like you, okay? I'm a single Leo. I really want to get out there and meet someone new. I'm very passionate. I'd like to meet someone that is equally passionate towards me as I am towards them. I'm ready for the adventure. I'm ready to dive first into love. But I'm not finding anyone, or I'm not finding anyone particular that I like or that I want to connect with. This isn't saying, well, look at a different perspective. Maybe nobody wants you. No. Source is saying, maybe you're looking in the wrong places. Maybe you need to go out there into the 3D world instead of an online dating app. Maybe you need to have a combination of both, online dating app, online website, going out into the 3D world. Maybe where you're going out into the 3D world is not getting you into contact with the type of person that you want to meet. So there's something like that here at play, and I'm only using that as an example, but the Knight of Wands has passion and drive. I'm eager to move towards this, but I just, with that Three of Swords card there, it's like, but I'm not getting the desired result. I'm trying to launch this business. It's just not launching. It's not because of a lack of desire or passion. I love what I do, but I'd love to make money doing it. So again, it's not telling you to, well, give up on the business idea, but it is seeing it from another perspective. Well, what can I do differently? What is blocking my forward movement? Tell me a little bit more about that Knight of Wands. What is it here that the Leo collective would like? Because there's something here of like, I'm doing it over and over again. And what you're not realizing is you're sabotaging your way forward to connecting with this type of person, or launching this business, or being successful with whatever this endeavor is. But that Four of Pentacles is like, but I'm not going to change the way I'm doing it. And I feel like this week's source is just saying, why don't you just give some thoughts on that? It's not telling you to give up on the wish, the dream, the goal. It's not telling you that you don't have enough passion or drive or even knowledge or skill for it. You certainly do. But it is saying that the way you're doing it could be modified or slightly changed in order to bring you the result that you want. Justice. Tell me about that Knight of Wands. One more shuffle. Thank you. Three of Cups. So whatever it is that you're moving towards, Ten of Pentacles, Death card. So whatever it is that you're moving towards, you made the judgment call, right? With that judgment card here at the bottom of the deck. At some point in time, you went, I'm going to go after this. I think it will bring me long-term happiness, long-term stability. This is what I want in my life. I think I can transform my life by finding the right partner, by launching this business, by applying for a job, going to this school, you know, gaining this degree, whatever this is for you. Yeah, you're passionate, you're excited, you have identified it, you want it for the long run, you want it to be successful, you want to be successful at acquiring it and attaining it and sustaining it and maintaining it. So you have the drive and the passion. You see it for the long run. You know that it will be a transformative experience for you. And at the root of it, you're at the heart of the matter. You're like, I know, make me really freaking happy too. I love it. So whatever it is for you, person, place, or thing, you've identified it. So what do we need to see differently then? Something we're going about attaining it. We're not doing it correctly. What are we not doing correctly? Let's look at what we're not doing correctly and then look at what we can change, what we can modify. So what are we not doing correctly? Got Seven of Wands to the Six of Swords. Something weird. I just say I'm throwing myself into the Leo collective, even though I'm not a Leo. But what do we need to do differently so we can move forward towards the intended goal? One more shuffle here. Thank you. Because what comes after the Six of Swords is the Seven of Swords, which does talk about sabotage, right? But the Seven of Sword card could also be strategy. So either we're going to move forward with a new strategy, a new plan, or we're going to move forward, not changing what we're doing, and we're just going to continue to sabotage our path forward. So what are we doing here? One more shuffle. Thank you. The Seven of Wands is clarified by the Two of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Lovers. Bottom of the deck, Four of Wands. Well, for some, it's an inability to collaborate with others. There's a feeling of, I don't really need anyone else to do this. I can just do it alone. I don't need anyone else's input. I don't want to hear Five of Swords from the Two of Cups. I don't want to hear from any other soulmates in my life, professional, platonic, or romantic. I've got this covered. It's a choice I'm making. So for some of you, there is someone in your life. Now, whether this is an actual person, like a friend, a family member, a lover, for others of you, it could just be like a guru or, you know, someone who is skilled at this online that you can turn to, like a mentor. But there is a soulmate out there that you could turn to for advice, or you could acquire knowledge from, even if it's just, like I said, through watching their videos. But you are defensive. Like, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to look into it. I know what I'm doing. I know how to do this. And I think this week's source just wants to say, if you have all the answers and you know exactly what you're doing when it comes to this, I'll call it passion project, okay? Then why aren't you achieving the results that you want? Why is it one defeat after another? I don't want to call it defeat. I mean, it could be for some of you, but why is it one day after another of not achieving this? Because you really want this, right? You're wholly invested in this. So why aren't you able to attain it? And so for some of you, the feeling here is, I don't want to hear from anybody else. I know what I'm doing. But sometimes we need other people. Sometimes we need other people to give us advice. And it doesn't mean we have to take the advice 100%, but that conversation or watching a video might just start to get our minds going and go, I could try that. Or I could do it a different way. Or that gave me a new idea. So there's something here at play, because I notice in your energy, all of the swords are like none of the ones of communicating with someone. Right, the Five of Swords, the Two of Cups, like la 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 la. I don't want to hear from you, or you. Nope, I know what I'm doing. The Six of Swords, like, I got this on my own. I'm going to paddle my way forward. And the Seven of Swords is like, oh shit, I just sabotaged myself again. So there's something here about communication. And I think that's what's blocked for you. Either communicating with someone one-to-one to get advice, therapist, counselor, accountant, attorney, like I said, friend, family member, lover, or just someone online. I feel like that's what brings the victory in for you, is acquiring this knowledge, either through a one-on-one conversation with someone, or, like I said, watching a guru or mentor or someone who has the skills and experience in respect to what you want to do, and learning from them, or how did they do it. Interesting. My person just sent me a link the other night. He was on, I believe it was Reddit. And it was someone who got to like 200,000 subscribers, which is the number that I'm nearing. And I did mine organically, right? And by advertisements or by people. There's no reason to do that. Like I don't, I'm barely making the money that I need to make on my YouTube videos. I certainly don't want to spend money drawing people to watch them like that. That would be a waste of the money I'm making on YouTube because I need that to keep the lights on and put food on my table. So, but the person had achieved that 200,000 subscriber mark like within 6 months, and he claims he did it organically. So it was like, this is how I got here. Ask me any questions you want. I want to help other people achieve the success that I have. So if you're looking to be a content creator, please tell me what you're doing. I'll let you know what I did differently. And there are people out there that put out those types of videos where you can learn how they did it. And again, you don't have to, copy them 100%, but it might give you some of your own ideas. I just think that mental stimulation would help you a lot. Either, like I said, conversing one-on-one with someone who has had some level of experience creating here what you want to create, or watching videos. I remember when I started the YouTube channel, prior to me even thinking about starting a YouTube channel, I was always into tarot. And there were several tarot readers that I follow. And I follow pretty much the same ones over and over again, right? For like the last, I don't know, 7 or 8 years on YouTube. And some come, some go. But there were ones that I was watching and I was like, oh, if I ever do this online, I'm not going to do that. And it's nothing against them. That's how they present the message. And there was nothing inherently wrong with their message. It was more like the delivery. And I was like, that's a little too cringe for me. I don't want to sit here mother effing my audience. I don't look, I watched those readers and I laughed. Don't get me wrong, but that's not what I want to do. So you can watch people that you would maybe consider to be like your competitors and see what they're doing and oh, I wouldn't do that. Oh, I would do that. There's nothing wrong with learning. It's not copying, it's learning. Oh, I could do it differently. Oh, you know what I've always wondered? I just feel like it would get your mind rolling into more ideas, because that's sort of what you're missing here. It's like the mental stimulation. So there's something here that you really want. You're passionate about it. You've been going forward, but you haven't been seeing the results. Don't sit so long confronting, dealing with these, well, why didn't it work out? Why haven't I met someone? Why isn't the business launching? Why is no one, I've sent out, my screenplay. Why does nobody want to make my movie? I'm sending out my book. Why does no one want to publish it? Instead of focusing on that, I would focus on what can I do differently? Not what I'm doing wrong. What can I do differently so I can get the desired outcome that I want? So for most of you, the message here is obtaining knowledge or wisdom from someone else, whether 3D world, face-to-face, on the phone, texting, someone who's done something similar, or they have some knowledge or clarity on this, some first world advice, if you will, firsthand advice, not first world, firsthand advice. And for others of you, it could just mean going online and seeing how either your competitors did it, or gurus or people who have been successful, what are their tips and tricks to do this? And even if it's for dating, I would certainly look that up. So now we know what you're not doing. That gives us an idea of what you could do. So if Leo were to do that, clarify that Justice card. If they were to get some advice here, have some conversations, acquire some new knowledge, think outside of the box, I just heard, do it a little differently. One more shuffle here. What happens? Oh my God. The Four of Wands. Happiness, success, stability, and jumping a timeline. This is the 1111 portal card. Changing the trajectory of this, instead of just hitting the brick wall, literally arriving at the destination. The Four of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and it comes in quickly, and the Ace of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Devil. This Devil, this is the only thing that's blocking you. This, I don't want to talk to anyone about it. I don't want to get anyone else's advice. La, 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 la. I know what I'm doing. But again, I go back to, and I don't mean it disparagingly, if you knew what you were doing, you wouldn't be in Knight of Wands mode. Knight of Wands is the passion and drive. But King of Wands, which is at the bottom of that deck, King of Wands is the doer. King of Wands is the individual who's successful. King of Wands, what ideas are you ready to implement with others? Or what ideas are you ready to get from others? What information are you ready to garner from others, to glean from others, from their experiences, from their triumphs, from their victories, but also from their defeats? So I feel like once you can just change your mindset on that and say, okay, I don't have to give up on the dream or goal, but maybe I should inquire on how I could do it a little bit differently. If you were to do that this week, You changed the complete trajectory of the wish, dream, or goal. You no longer hit a roadblock. There's no longer a brick wall you're banging your head against. Instead, it's full forward movement towards victory. That is what I have for you, my dear. That is your tarot card for the week of November 30th, 2025. If you like that message, Leo, it resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of it, please be sure to click like, share, and subscribe. Hype the video if you can. And until I read for you again, I am wishing you light, love, and peace.